All right, welcome back, everybody. It's been a while. As the off season is, everybody's schedule does change, but just one of those deals. But appreciate Richie for joining in tonight. He's got some limited time, but Rich, how the hell have you been, man?
It's been a wild 2-3 weeks in the Buckeye State. It's Friday Eve, Duke. Hey, and guess what? We are 1 week away from draft day.
Yeah, the NFL draft is coming up. Also, I'll sneak this in really quick. Williams Auto Parts. Go see Rocky, go see Heath down there in Portland, Indiana, located off of 127 South Detroit Avenue. Go see Rocky, go see Heath. No relation to Richie Williams, very common last name, but their phone number, if you're looking for new and used auto parts, their phone number is 726 260-726-8001. It's been a while since I have done that ad read. I almost forgot the number. So yeah, we have draft day coming up. One of the I mean, I get it, NFL draft silly season. The Reuben Bain stuff conveniently comes out almost 2 years after. I'm not making light or making fun of the situation, but I think this is a bigger picture issue with college sports where we make not excuses, but we cover things up from the public. And I get it, it happens everywhere, but something like this, I don't remember ever hearing anything about it throughout the playoff run.
Didn't either. And like you said, it conveniently comes up during draft, a week, 2 weeks before the draft.
And I think that and it's another driving issue. And not that I'm trying to bang on the soapbox, but at the end of the day, we've got to get something in line here. Rich, we've had way too many driving issues, whether it's the NFL, college sports, and I'm tired of seeing the whole driving issue. It's either excessive speeding tickets or it's DUIs. It's just, you had the Jalen Carter thing last year or not last year, a couple of years ago. It's just too much. You had the incident out there at Colorado with the backup quarterback. He tragically passed away. Mm-hmm. It's too much stuff, man. They gotta get something reined in with the cars.
Yeah, to me, it's like they should just hire like a professional driving service to drive these guys around to make sure they're being careful, because it can change in an instant, Duke. I mean, driving's not, I mean, I'm not going to pound the soapbox either, but driving's not a right. It's a privilege. And
right.
You're behind that wheel and you got to be alert. I mean, you're driving, I hate to say it, a weapon on four wheels that can really do some damage. There's just been so many situations in the last 2 or 3 years I can name off the top of my head, but I don't want to go down. We've all heard it. Something's got to be done.
How do I want to tiptoe around this without getting too specific? There was a very public driving case recently that just got its conclusion, obviously in Ohio. You have that incident. Ted Ginn Jr. gets arrested in Dallas. And he's a head coach.
Yeah.
And without trying to dox you, I totally understand why, you feel the way you feel about the whole driving thing. It's just not. It's not good. But
no.
on on a more positive note, well, I don't know if it's positive or not, but the NCAA, they continue to keep doing it, man. I don't get it for the life of me. It makes 0 sense whatsoever. They come through and penalize Iowa, vacate wins for tampering. Like what? Like what are we doing from 2022?
Iowa of all schools.
I just I'm at a loss, man.
Are they just trying to dig stuff up and like put more salt on the wounds for some programs and try and hinder them? It's why are we digging this up now? Why wasn't it brought up in 2023?
I don't know.
End of 22, beginning of 23. Why 3 years after the fact?
Right. And you vacate 4 wins. What?
Wow, that's a slap on the wrist there, Duke.
I just don't understand what the NCAA is doing. Like you're in the era of pay for play.
I think they're trying to still try to stay relevant is what they're trying to do.
Yeah, but I mean this story comes out and everybody's just like chuckling.
It's petty.
It's dumb. It's dumb. And I just look at the whole thing in its totality, and it's just like, what are we doing? And then while we were off, another story that I find bizarre, you have the Diana Rossini, Mike Vrabel thing. We don't have to get into like grave detail, but like, I mean, Clay Travis came out and said that those photos were only shopped for 4 figures.
Wow.
So, I mean, obviously it was somebody to grind an axe. I mean, Vrabel works for Robert Kraft, so I don't think there's going to be any reprimand unless it comes from the NFL. But at the end of the day, what's the commission going to do?
Who knows?
I mean, seriously.
Really?
I don't know. I do not know what exactly they're going to do. Also, the Pop-Tarts people are also making an appearance at the draft. I didn't know if you've seen this, but
no.
But there's going to be Nicole Arbach reported this. She says, "Oh my God, there's going to be Pop-Tarts, a Pop-Tarts edible mascot for fans at the NFL draft."
Hey, Pop-Tarts, man, they've been making headway since the Pop-Tart Bowl came into fruition years ago.
Yeah,
who doesn't love pop? I mean, I haven't had a Pop-Tart in God knows how long, but I mean, still though, like with the mascot and everything that they have for the Pop-Tart Bowl, I mean, I think it's hilarious. And they're doing this now. Hey, kudos to them.
Oh yeah, I guess it is what it is, but I mean, it's a hell of a marketing campaign.
Oh, very genius campaign.
Also,
that's
I just, you look at it and you laugh. So, also I wanted to throw this out there. Pete Nakos reported today, it was either today or yesterday, that Rocco Beck has been sidelined this spring due to labrum surgery. Is that something or nothing?
Could be. I think that's something.
I think that's something too. I mean, I don't think that's the way. If you're Matt Campbell, you want to start the tenure off in
no.
In the whole thing. Just something really interesting there. And then also, starting, I believe at the NFL draft, I didn't know if you've seen, this guy is going into TV like I predicted when he didn't get the Michigan State job. Brian Kelly's going to be an analyst for CBS Sports at the NFL Draft. I think this is going to be his debut. I wouldn't be shocked if the CBS Sports deal or their show doesn't have Rick Neuheisel, Randy Cross, Taylor. I think it's Aaron Taylor, and I think they're going to add Brian Kelly to the panel. Because if you're Brian Kelly, I'm sorry, but you're getting $54 million, and they're paying you over a course of.
Yeah, I mean, that's a cake job to me. You wouldn't hear any qualms from me if I was being an analyst, 12 Saturdays out of the year?
Right.
If I was him, I'd stay put.
Oh, yeah. I would not be moving off the TV gig. I mean, Dan Mullen did it, and I would say by the time Brian Kelly's buyout runs out, he's not going to. I don't think he's going to want to go back to the whole coaching gig. I mean, why would you at that point? That's the way I look at it.
I agree.
So I think the Brian Kelly stuff is fascinating, to say the least. And then also I seen this report, Miami of Ohio spending some coin.
Sean McVay's alma mater.
Yeah, I guess Miami of Ohio's 2026 roster is going to be 8 to 10 million.
That's a lot for a MAC school.
That is a ton for a MAC school. I know they have rich alums.
Yes, yeah, they do.
So, I mean, Miami of Ohio.
I wonder if there's a former quarterback that had some dealings with that. Duke, what do you say?
I don't know what if Ben's in the NIL game. I think the NIL thing for former players, I think it's a risky business. But I wouldn't be shocked if, Ben donated some money.
Right.
I would say they probably have spent the most out of the MAC.
Oh, by far. Kent State ain't paying that. Hate to say it. I wish they would. I mean, come on, Edelman, throw some coin up there to those Golden Flash boys.
Yeah, it's strictly interesting.
Hey, did you see? I think it was last week. There was it was either a D2 school or D3 school. They had a scrimmage between two schools for their spring game.
I didn't see.
I saw through through Battle Customs. He posted. I was like, they might be. He's like, they might be onto something. I'm like, that's what they should do.
Oh yeah. Fran Brown and Dion were onto that train.
Yeah.
And this is, I know we talk about the whole money thing, and everybody complains about why is it that all you talk about is money? Well, at the end of the day, the whole money thing is because that's what it's reduced down to at the end of the day. I mean, I think we have a bunch of spring games coming up this weekend. I did see Akron's going to have a closed spring game. For the small schools, the spring games, if they charge, that's a heck of a moneymaker for them. Now you're cutting off one piece of revenue.
I went to an Akron spring game. A buddy of mine, he played at Akron, played fullback. I don't think they charged. Well, I went in with them because they were doing stuff with the team and everything. I don't think they charged for the spring game. But that was, Duke, that was 13 years ago, 12 years, 14. So it's been a while.
All right, Rich. I just think it's fascinating, to say the least.
I agree. I mean, even Ohio State charging for the game, spring game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Ohio State and Akron aren't necessarily playing the same sport.
I know what you mean, but it's down to brass tacks. It's cracked.
I got this list, and then we'll hit the 10 quarterbacks, and then we'll get you out of here. I seen this list by CBS Sports. College football's most underrated head coaches in 2026. Rhett Lashley at the top of the list. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Jeff Brom, number 2. Louisville's coach. He's number 2. I don't disagree with that.
No, I don't.
Because I'll
give him another year.
I know he's from Louisville, but I'm not. I was shocked that he didn't get scooped up by an SEC school in this last coaching carousel. So you have Jeff Brom, Kalani Sitake, which, he went to BYU. He's going to most likely be a BYU lifer. Jed Fish, number 4. I know a lot of people have a lot of opinions on Jed Fish. I think he has a grinding personality, to be completely honest. I think he grinds on people. Josh Heupel, which I really like Josh Heupel, and I think the
whole Nico thing just
the Nico thing on top of, I mean, Heupel's one more than Rule, which I thought it was interesting. Whenever we put that short out on TikTok, we had people commenting because I had a Georgia hat on, and they were saying, "You trade Kirby for Matt Rule now," and it's just like, what are you talking about? Like, stop it. Like, stop. Don't do that. And then to round out the list is Brett Key and Willie Fritz, which I think, Brett Key's done a really good job at Georgia Tech, but I'm still going to throw it out there that Georgia Tech, as soon as they fire Jeff Collins, they come upon $60 million for roster acquisition. I mean, it's just, it's like, okay. And then Willie Fritz at Houston. I think Houston's an underrated job. I think they have a ton of money that nobody realizes.
Mm-hmm. That Texas money.
Oh, yeah. And then also, real quick, before we hit the quarterback list, if we have time. So in Wisconsin, we talked about this at the end of last season when there was, I wouldn't say uncertainty, but it got in there to where there was some push coming to shove whenever you had the Fickle stuff going on. So they proposed a bill on April 8th and it passed. The governor in Wisconsin signed a new name, image, and likeness bill into law, referred to as AB 1034, that provides significant state funding to the University of Wisconsin system for athletic facility debt service. So basically that's pay for play. The funding law allows approximately $14.6 million annually to the University of Wisconsin, and then annually to UM Milwaukee and UM Green Bay, $200,000 apiece. So they've gone out and found Fickle some money for talent acquisition. So it sounds like Fickle's going to get some time there at Wisconsin. It's not going to be pretty.
2 to 3 years at the max.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see how that whole picture shakes out. But nevertheless, the top 100 quarterbacks, we'll buzz through these real quick. Number 51, Byron Leftwich.
Well, I mean, I love Byron Leftwich. Watching him play at Marshall. That GMAC Bowl when they were down, I remember watching it. They were down 38-8. And they came back and won 64-61.
That was a little before my time, Rich, but yes, I remember seeing that they used to run in the off season. The NFL Network used to run old college games, like back in the early 2000s. Like
Yeah.
they would have like the MAC games with like Chad Pennington, Byron Leftwich, Randy Moss, all those going on.
I think when I was a senior in high school, they were playing Akron, and he broke his leg. It was a leg injury. The linemen were carrying him to the line of scrimmage to get the next playoff, and they ended up winning the game. Look it up. He was good, man. He was something great at Marshall.
Oh yeah, Leftwich, Chad Pennington. They had the Thundering Herd were rolling at a period of time.
They were.
Number 52 on the list, Eric Crouch. Eric Crouch.
Heisman Trophy winner to wide receiver who never, I think he went to the NFL Europe.
And then I think he ended up retiring, didn't he?
Retired, yeah.
Then you have Brady Quinn at 53.
Brady was good at Notre Dame. I mean, I remember them in Ohio State, 1-2 in 06, and Brady was something special. Like I think I started hearing about him when I was in high school, going into college, about Notre Dame's quarterback, and he was talented. And he had Jeff Samardzija at wideout.
Oh yeah, Samardzija.
Who was a pitcher for the Cubs, wasn't he?
Yeah. I think Jeff Samardzija picked the right profession.
Yeah, I think he did too.
And then we'll keep it moving. Number 54, Eli Manning.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
I mean, I think where Ole Miss was coming from with Cutcliffe at that time, the transition from Orgeron, because if you go look up some of those Ole Miss teams, the Orgeron tenure at Ole Miss was a disaster. I mean, there's no other. I think Ed is a heck of a football coach. I know a lot of people have a lot of things to say about him and Les Miles being morons, but they did win natties. I mean, you can't take that away from them. Coming in at 55, Cam Ward.
I think he should be a little bit higher. 0-star.
Yeah.
To a number 1 overall from last year. I think he's got to be up. I think he should be above some of those other guys, in my opinion. Yeah, Eric Crouch won a Heisman, but when you're a 0-star and you make your way through JUCO to Washington, then Washington State, then to Miami, and then you get drafted number 1 overall, that's saying something. I mean, you can't write a story like that.
And I get it. It's, I guess, based off what they did in college, but
yeah.
But the next guy on the list, Kyle Trask, Florida.
They had some. Florida was good when he was down there. Didn't they play in the SEC title game against Georgia?
Yeah, and then Dan Mullen got fired.
Yeah.
Hopefully Summerall has a better fate. It's just unreal. The some of the Florida people are insane, I will say that. Next on the list, Jordan Lynch, Northern Illinois.
For Northern Illinois quarterback, he was good.
Yeah, I mean, he hung on with the Colts for a while, didn't he? I think so. I think he hung on with the Colts for like a year or two.
You might be right, Duke.
Was
he like Jordan, a 6th rounder?
Yeah, 6th or 7th rounder, because he went to Norwell, which is like right down the road from me.
Oh, okay.
And nobody knew. Like he was not like you didn't have any buzz about him when he came out of high school. He went to Northern Illinois and just was kind of quiet, and then bang, it's like, who's this guy? It's like, oh, he's from Indiana. Huh. Um, Another one, shoelace Denard Robinson
What
at
number? What number is he?
58. 58. Denard Robinson at 58.
He was fast. He didn't really. He didn't. He couldn't. He could beat you with his legs. He couldn't beat you with his arm.
Do you think that? I know this is going to be highly controversial, but do you think if Rich Rod would have got him when Brady Hoke got him, that Michigan team would have looked different? Because Denard busts on the scene the year after they fire Rich Rodriguez, after he had to completely overhaul the roster. And this is back before the transfer portal, too. Because Michigan went from that slow pro style, what Lloyd Carr used to operate in. And I'm not taking a dig at Lloyd Carr, Michigan folks, but it was just he had to completely overhaul the roster.
I mean, that's hard to say, Duke.
Because if Rich had the transfer portal, it would have been a different story.
It would have been a different team, yeah.
So, also, I did see a controversial take. I did see people spouting off that Kyle Whittingham's the best coach in Michigan history. I don't know about that, but
I like Whittingham.
I do too.
I'm not sleeping on them. I'm not saying they're going to be. Oh, they're going to be terrible. I think he's going to have them competing. True, like being Ohio State fanboy. He's got the Samoans, man. He's going to bring those Samoan boys to Ann Arbor.
Also, you want a interesting college basketball nugget. Do you know you only had 22 seniors on senior night in college basketball actually stay at their 4-year institution? 22.
Wow.
But anyway, moving on to number 59, Central Michigan, Dan Lefevre. He was electric at times.
He was. I remember Dan Lefevre.
Lefevre was electric. And then rounding out the list, I don't know where you'll stand on this one, but David Carr at number 60. Fair or foul?
That's fair. Fresno State, when he was there, nobody heard of Fresno State until David Carr. Nobody really did, Duke. I'm telling you.
Trent Dilfer.
Maybe Trent, but David Carr, I mean, they were.
I guess for our generation, nobody really knew where Fresno State was until David Carr.
David Carr busted on the scene.
But I also think you had to live out in that region because that's before college football became national mainstream, before ESPN started buying up the rights and, Pac-12 After Dark and all that stuff like that. And then we'll get to the next 10 names. I'll read them. Next 10 names on the list. Brad Banks, Iowa. Oh yeah. Jackson Dart. Keelan Reynolds, Navy quarterback. Joey Harrington, Mason Rudolph, Patrick Mahomes, Todd Reesing, Aaron Rodgers, Kenny Pickett, and Matt Barkley. Next 10 names up for discussion.
Matt Barkley. Oh man, Matt Barkley.
So that's a little on where we're at. Very, very interesting stuff. But yeah, there was one other thing. If you have time for it, Rich. Let Let's see. Let me see if I can pull this up really quick. The way too early top 25. Do you have any idea what the way too early top 25 looks like by CFB alerts that they put out?
No, I have not seen anything yet.
I'll buzz through a couple of them. Ohio State 1, Oregon 2, Georgia 3, Notre Dame 4, Texas 5.
Ohio State 1?
Way too early top 25.
Don't like it.
Next rung of teams. Indiana 6, Miami 7, Texas Tech 8, Ole Miss 9, Texas A&M 10. That's more digestible than the first row of teams.
Yeah.
I don't know how you put Ohio State and Oregon above Indiana.
I don't either. I really don't either.
And me personally, we went into last season thinking the Ohio State-Texas game was going to be epic, and it turns out we ended up with a kind of a bunch of a bag of mid. Also, unpopular opinion. Well, it's not an unpopular opinion; it's a fact. Ryan Day has as many Big Ten championships as James Franklin. I mean, that is a fact. Next rung of teams. I know you got.
How many does Franklin have?
1.
Day's got 2. 2019 and 2020.
Oh yeah, he does have 2. I guess yeah, that is right. Because I forgot they changed the rules in 2020. I mean, I guess living in Indiana, we don't have to recognize 2020. I mean, they changed the rules for them. I know that's, I mean, it is what it is, but I mean, Kevin Warren completely crappled the bet on that one.
And look what he's doing with the Bears.
They're about to come to Hammond. So think of it this way, Rich. 11 through 15 is very interesting. 11 through 15 is interesting. LSU, BYU, Oklahoma, Michigan, Penn State. Penn State with no quarterback. Rocco Beck is having surgery.
I'm surprised they should be lower.
I mean, I get it. It's somebody making this graphic, but
yeah.
And then next rung of teams: Alabama, Washington, Utah, Iowa, USC. Are you buying USC this year? Are you buying stock?
No.
Are you selling?
I'd rather put stock in Alabama over USC.
Rich. Next rung of teams, and then we'll close up shop and get you out of here. I kept you a little longer. Louisville, SMU, TCU, Houston, and Tennessee.
Tennessee, yeah, I'm okay with Tennessee at 25.
I think Houston's going to be better than what people think.
They could be a dark horse for the Big 12.
Yeah, I don't know why LSU would be 11.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I think Washington will be better. I think Alabama, out of all the teams that are rated, I think Alabama's perfectly rated where they're at. I don't have an issue with Notre Dame at 4. But Texas, I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll go down this and then we'll jump out of here. At the very beginning of this, whenever we have the Texas LSU not Texas LSU, but Texas USC stuff, it's basically which one is back every year. Texas is back. Texas is back. I did see a lot of people hot taking that Sark's going to go to the NFL and Will Muschamp will be the head coach at Texas next year. I mean, that's not out of the realm of possibility.
No.
Also, I think if it looks bad in Wisconsin, I think they're going to go out and hire Jason Eck. I mean, it would make sense.
Yeah.
He's a Wisconsin guy. You can trot Barry Alvarez out there and make it all fun surfing in the USA, buddy.
Yep. You got that right.
So, yeah, Rich, anything else to add? I apologize to everybody. We've been inconsistent. I've been in the middle of spring break / building a fence and also traveling to various UFL games. Also, I did buy a ticket in the club at Columbus at Cruise Stadium. They still got some available.
Oh, nice.
$108 if you want to go, Rich. But I didn't know. I guess we're discussing behind the scenes plans on air, but I didn't know if you were going to be all in for that one or not.
I'll have to think about that. I guess I got to look at the schedule again.
I think it's May 23rd is the one I'm going to.
Oh, okay.
But it's at the end of the season. Birmingham's going to be there, so gotta go support the Stallions, man.
They look good.
They've lost 2 games by combined to like 4 points.
That game against St. Louis last week was a thriller.
I think they've had. I guess with Birmingham is that they've looked really, really good at times, the Stallions. And then there's like 1 or 2 drives that just kind of shot them in the foot, whether there's a turnover or something like that. But I think the biggest game change in that game, that their first loss, who was it, to Houston, the Gamblers, was their coach used that super challenge and got the PI, and it's just like, man, that kind of sucks, but I get it. I mean, it makes it interesting.
Yeah.
And then I was down there whenever they had the drink throwing incident at Louisville. I'm sure everybody's seen that on the internet. So it's good, and I think they did a really good thing with the UFL. They took them out of giant stadiums to where they look empty, and they put them into the confined soccer stadiums. And it was loud at Louisville. It was. I mean, the Louisville folks were in there, but they packed it out. I think in some of the other markets, it's going to be a little bit more challenging. I get it. They want to do a lot of stuff in Texas, but I think if they would have if it would have been me, I would have used the soccer field in Nashville. I think they would have packed out Trashville too. So, we'll see what it comes out to be. But following the UFL pretty close. Also, in the heart of college baseball season as well, Rich. I think I'm going to do a watch party Saturday night. LSU, if they don't win tonight and they lose tomorrow and they lose Saturday, they get swept. It ain't looking good for making the tournament. They spend a lot of money in baseball. They did spend a lot of money. So there's that. Rich, you got anything else to add before we skedaddle after our hiatus?
Nope, I got nothing else, Duke.
All right. So with that being said, do us the biggest favor. Hit that like and subscribe button. And I'm going to talk to you guys tomorrow. We'll probably see Richie back Monday if everything goes well. So we had to get some of that done. Do us the biggest favor, hit that like and subscribe button. Also got the new microphone. Hopefully it sounds better for everybody. The old mic was a little on the cheap side. So with that being said, everybody, appreciate you watching and have a good night.
Catch everybody later. Have a great one.